by the Labor Inspector General, and Mr. Edward Giddings, the Director for ADN. Uh, Gentlemen, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Okay. Can you just press that red button? Okay. You good. Great. Let me first start out with you. You know, the Inspector General, Mr. Baye. We understand that the Ministry of Labor has begun the inspection and enrollment process of alien registration and work permit throughout Liberia. Can you talk more about that?
Well, basically, I want to say good morning to those in the radio land, those driving within the frequency of 99.9. Yeah, that's true. We have started the enrollment process of the digital enrollment process at the
Okay.
Ministry of Labor, and it is not nationwide yet.
Okay.
It is specifically in Mosurado County.
Mm. So the to digital some of the areas to be digitized. Okay.
Yeah, alien work permits.
Okay.
Or alien work permits will be digitized. As you are aware, we have had we have gotten partnership with CETIX as ZIP so as to enhance the work of the Ministry of Labor. And it is cognizant upon that we have geared towards the digital system so as to enhance, so as to make things easier at the Ministry of Labor, wherein you will have people, instead of you having the booklets, this time around you will have something like almost like a Visa card, and it makes our work easier to, instead of us just chasing ghosts like we used to do. You don't know how many person have work permit. You go see somebody, you have to ask the person where's the work permit. The person say my work permit is at the office. You call out the office, so you will have to come to our offices and all of that. This time around, the inspector will just have to use his gadgets if you are already enrolled, and if he sees you in the street, wherever he sees you, he say, hey, do you have the work permit? Yes, I have it. No, I don't have it. And there are many investigative processes he will use. He will just take your fingerprint, and from your fingerprint, he will know whether you are enrolled into our system, whether that it would tell him rather whether you are an illegal worker or you are a legal worker.
Okay. Let me come to you, Mr. Giddings. How long, or was this process launched before the actual digitization of these work permits?
Okay, thank you very much. Just as the Inspector General, Mr. White, said, in addition, I would say that Liberia now is beginning to follow the pattern of the global community, where we are leaving from manual to digital. So we are trying to automate from the manual to the digital system, wherein it used to be slower. This time it's going to be faster. Back to your question, as you said, this process started some time ago. The sensitization aspect of it, which began with Equus Radio, and we have jingles and all of it on the media. Is moving full scale in every corner, because we want the business people to be sensitized and conscientized as they walk through the process. So we have come here to enlighten our people again about taking advantage of this process. Even though it may be a little rough from the beginning, that is transforming from manual to digital is a little sticky, because a lot of people, for the kind of environment we find ourselves, the kind of country we find ourselves, a lot of our people within the concessionaires, the business communities, are not educated to the extent. So we feel that the process of media engagement, the process of sensitization has to continue. It has to be robust so that our people can be conscientized about the process.
Okay. So, what are, Mr. Aji, what are the benefits that go along with this transition?
Yeah, it has one of the benefits is our revenue enhancement.
Okay.
Okay, so where we used to have, we have been stuck at a particular level before, and we think that bringing this new process in going to take us fiber. And there are reasons why it's going to do so. But before then, I want to talk about the three phases we have so I can address
Yeah.
the issue.
Yep.
Now, right, we have sensitization that is ongoing right now. It started since last week, and enrollment started this week, and the last segment going to be enforcement. So those are the phases we have, and right now we're dealing with the formal sector. You know, Liberia has both the formal and the informal sector, right? The informal sector that has to do with those out of our brothers from African countries who got a fuller shop and other shops around here, selling their tires and other things. We are not ready for them yet. That their own enrollment will so start. Right now, we're dealing with the big businesses and so forth. What are the benefits, like you asked? Take for example, there are people in this country. As we speak, there are people in deep forests of this country. We have not had access to them. But with the logistical support we receive from ZIP and cities, I can tell you, we will go to every corner of this republic. There is nowhere in this country that will not go because we have the logistical support. And we have the equipment to go after who be violators.
So, as we speak, what is the status of this process? You say awareness going on now
Awareness and enrollment.
and enrollment.
Yeah, right now our people they are we got as we speak we have 14 teams
Across?
Mosurado County, 14 teams. All of them are heavily equipped with all of the things they need to do their work. And even at that, even inspectors of the inspectorate division will not be complaining tomorrow to say because we'll track them and know exactly where you are, what you are doing. So we just like to tell the business community we want to take them for the level of cooperation we have it right now.
Are they taking advantage?
Of course, the process is smooth from now. Generally, we have had some hitches, and where they have hitches, I go in to talk to them because no matter what you do, like the director was saying, to transform from manual to digital, you expect some level of challenges and not everyone loves changing stuff. So
It comes with pain.
of course. So we expect these things, but as Liberia is evolving, we expect that to be on par with other nations. So that tomorrow you can move anywhere, you can be at the airport, someone just say, hey, how you doing? Instead of going through all of papers and what, you just use your fingerprint. I know sometimes you use your Visa card, you go to a supermarket, you don't want to put money in your pocket, right? So you just use your Visa card. So this time we don't want to play with papers, you just do your card, we take your fingerprint.
Yeah, detail camera. So yeah, Director, go ahead.
Just to add to what the Inspector General just said with regards to your question, benefit, there will be, it will help government to increase government revenue to a larger extent as it was in the past when we were involved with the manual system. You know, there are a lot of aliens in the country that didn't match up to the process because they felt that it was not vigorous enough as we can see it now, as we're about to engage it now. They were hiding, but this time around, nobody gonna hide. You're gonna be spotlighted, and it also it's gonna help provide job opportunity not only for foreigners, but also for Liberians. So there's immense benefit as we can see evolving in this whole project, in this whole process.
Any plans of going in the counties soon?
Certainly. It's just that Mosurado is
It's the
is
case
capital,
study.
yeah, the capital, and we will use some of the challenges that we be engulfed with here, so as to strengthen us more for other counties. Okay, we have used the first day, the second day, and we have done our own evaluation, and we know where we have to step up more and where we have to play other roles. So again, to answer your question, we'll go in all of the counties in this republic, but for now we start with Mosurado County.
Okay, if you just joined us, you're listening to the Super Morning Show on ELBC Radio. Uh, this morning, I have the Labor Inspector General at the Ministry of Labor, D. Eric Baye, and Mr. Edward Giddens, the Director for Alien Now. Director, in the absence of, coming digital, the manual, how challenging was it?
Well, I may be to be very frank with you, I must admit on this platform that it has been very, very tedious for us at the Ministry of Labor. We have been out of logistics. Number one, you have to look at logistics. We were not furnished with adequate logistics. So our database also was not up to the standard. All of these things impeded our work.
Okay.
Yes. So we had the manpower, but we never had the adequate logistics.
And did that make some of your records vulnerable to, you know, uh, being in you can't see it anymore? Losing some of your records?
Not to mention, it's just that our record sometimes, in some cases, I may say, were loosely arranged, misplaced sometimes, because the mindset, the concentrated mind, and I'll be very frank with you. The alien division is a very strategic, sensitive, dedicated, and a division that one who is assigned there, you have to be on top of it, because you are dealing with sensitive documents that relates to employment of foreigners. So you have to be on top of it. You have to be sensitive enough. So these were some of the constraints that we had. In the absence of adequate logistics, we sometimes, one way or the other, had our document, mixed up. That's the only problem we had, to be very frank with you. But we were still, with all of the hardship, with all of the challenges, we were still on top of things, trying to do our work effectively and efficiently.
Okay.
Administratively, even though there were some little hurdle along the line, we are all human by nature. You are liable to err.
Yeah, to add up to that, the challenges were enormous. Take, for example, I speak from the inspectorate angle. There were times that people were not even paying because they are responsible to bill people, and those people had to go to the bank to the bank or ARA to make their payments. And some of those people were not even paying. Some of them will wait. When you are billed, they will take 6 months before the person goes to the bank to pay. This time around, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen, because when you are enrolled, we give you 24 hours to go and make payment. Within 24 hours, our system.
So how does the enrollment process like? When you say enroll, what do you mean?
Enrollment means they get to you, get to know your name, date of birth, your passport number, your resident permit number, and the current work permit receipt, whether it is valid or not valid, to put all of the system in.
This for all workers?
For all workers, expatriates, not all expatriates.
Okay.
Now, those who are eligible for work permits.
Okay.
Now, when you are enrolled into the system, it means that once my inspector sees you, if he sees you anywhere, all he needs to do is just your fingerprint, or the card will give you all of your bio data, your information, everything about you will be registered. Like I was saying before you could come in, what is happening now, what was happening before was like when someone is billed, somebody will take a month or 2 or 3 before the person goes to the bank or ARA to make payment. This time around, This time around, when you are billed, you have 24 hours. If you don't make the payment, our system will inform us that, look, this man has not made payment. Then we'll call you right away that you have not made payment. So you see how fast it is. Because the server would inform us that that person who was billed 24 hours ago had not made payment. So we'll call you right there and tell you that you are violating. And if you continue your violation, we'll use the labor law to penalize you. So there is no way to hide. You are visible before us. And if your work permit, the work permit that we give you also, if you are enrolled, there are also 3 phases to it. Take for example, you go green. You green, I mean you still have length of time to your permit is in process. It's okay, whatever. When it goes orange, it tells our system that this man is nearing expiration. When it goes red and when it turns orange, our duty will be, our desk officer will call you.
So there will be need for regularization.
Seriously.
Yeah.
You get hard for it. Our system, when it go orange, our system will call you right away and say, you got a month to process a work permit. The time that you apply for your work permit. Because when it goes red, it means that you're already in violation. And being in violation, the penalty is huge.
Okay.
And we want everybody to accord themselves to the best practices law of our nation so that you cannot be penalized.
Yeah, again, just to bring another information that is very vital for the discussion and for our public, we also have the classification of work permit. We have the regular. The regular is assigned to aliens that are seeking employment in our border. And that fee, the fees that is attached to the regular is $1,000. We have the ECOWAS, that is the gratis, okay, for ECOWAS citizens. The fees assigned to that is $200.
Okay.
Then you also have the non-African ECOWAS citizens, and that is $200 also, okay? Now you have the humanitarian organization and also institutions and corporations and partnerships that are in bilateral relationship with the government of Liberia. Individuals working for those areas is $200. So that I thought to push this out to our people so they can take
It's important. And one thing you left out, let me just add to it, Director, is the issue of somebody who is married to one of our sisters.
Yeah.
So that person is also given a gratis where he has to pay
Because that
200.
relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because of that relationship, you can be a Lebanese. You
You
can
marry
be
a
an Indian.
Liberian.
You married to a Liberian woman.
You benefit.
Yeah.
You benefit from that.
You can pay the $1,000. You have to
You
pay
pay the $200.
Okay. So
So
let's look at.
you have to prove that yesterday you are actually married because we do in-depth investigation. We have to see your marriage certificate and go after whether it's authentic or not.
Yeah.
So how do you get me enrolled? Do you come to me or do I come to you?
Right now we are coming to you.
Okay.
Our guys are in the field. This is a voluntary process right now, okay? We go to you in the field. Right now, all across Monserrado County, the 14 teams, they are everywhere enrolling people. This is the opportunity you have because the time will come for enforcement where we will deal with people in line with the labor laws. Because if you cannot be enrolled now and you continue to be in violation and we start our enforcement processes, that's where we're going to be very vigorous. And anybody who is found culpable of trying to derail or trying to exploit our nation by not paying your taxes, we deal with you.
So currently, who are your targets?
Right now, like I said, we're in the informal sector.
Okay.
Okay, those with big businesses. The informal
Aliens though.
aliens, the informal sector time going to come, where we're going to, because that's one of the most difficult sectors. The informal sector. Sometimes my inspectors and the people sometimes there can be fight, serious fight, simply because the man doesn't want to, and they have the tendency also of having a lot of duplication. But let me just speak on, there is no way you can duplicate this card that we have. Security wise, so sensitive, and our inspectors have all of the gadgets, all of the equipment to determine whether or not you have fake enrollment card or not. You can even go to World Trade Center, your best center that people have been going to. You cannot duplicate our cards. The security features are just exceptional.
Okay. Well, if you just joined us, you're listening to the Super Morning Show on ELBC Radio. I don't know if we can take few calls, then come back to you, but call us on 080514096, 080514096, 0770581886, better still. So when does this all come to an end? Maybe the director can. When does this whole process come to an end?
Well, we actually don't have an immediate deadline for it,
Okay.
because the roll up is just as the IG said. We on the roll up, and from here, my belief, I'm thinking that it's going to move out to the leeward counties, the 15 counties.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
So,
think
so,
we'll have,
so
we
it
have
doesn't
call-
stop until everyone is in row.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's hear from this person. Good morning.
Good morning. This is Richard Sherman. I'm calling from GSA Road.
Yeah. Let's hear you.
All right. Thank you for your skill guest. And I want to ask a few questions. Number one is, I heard them talk about the work permit. Because those guys who apply, the alien are applying for the work permit, do they tell you the kind of work they want to do?
Okay.
Is it specify? And because the reason is sometimes I will see, some common jobs that a Liberian can do. We see the aliens are doing it, so I just want to know. I want to make that clarity. And how often the alien visit those businesses and get reports from there. I want to know that as well. Thank you very much. This is Richard Sherman from GSA Road.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I think we can take a call and go back to our guests to respond. 770-581886. Let's hear from this person. Morning.
Oh, but how you coming on?
I'm fine. What's the name?
We're working with the local of English country.
Yeah, let's hear you.
I appreciate your guest.
Mhm.
And I have nothing to say but to motivate them to do what I'm going to do for the country of my Liberia. Not for individual, but for the country at large. I call for Commission country. This is down Standard Street.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
When I continue, I go work.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I think the person asks a very critical question. Do these aliens actually specify to you what kind of work they're going to be doing after applying for permits?
Thank you. And that was a salient question from Regis. And to be told, and this is one of the areas that we have received some fraudulent activities. All right. Now, take for example, if you apply to be a mechanical engineer, only for us to see you doing work that a Liberian is supposed to do, this system, this process is not going to help all of us. Because the Minister of Labor, Councillor Charles Gibson, have been very magnanimous and robust in his action, where he's been on radio, he's been on talk show, making these points. If you apply for an engineer position, to find you in a position where a Liberian is fraudulent, is fraudulent, and action awaits anybody. You see, this system not going to help us because the job you apply for will be definitely within our system.
Okay.
So I can go to your workplace right now and just get your bio data. Your bio data, you tell me now, okay, this man's supposed to be doing XYZ, but what is he doing behind this counter serving as a cashier? Right there, an action can be taken. Okay. And how often our people go out there? We do routine inspection for after every 3 months. Then we do on the spot investigation that we do every day.
Okay.
And just to add to what the
Yeah.
IG just said,
Yeah, to wrap up.
we have something called the pre-qualification form. When you applied, we ensure that you fill up that form, and in that form, you give a vivid details of yourself. It's almost like your resume, and the kind of job you are to do, and your experience for that job, and all of it.
Okay.
And to add also, we have something in the labor law practices. That is the revised Resolution 17 and Standing Order 2, as the IG rightly said, giving Liberians the opportunity to jobs. All employers in this country, you come as you have a manager.
Okay.
The deputy manager should be a Liberian. So that provision is there within the labor law.
Okay. Okay, that's about that with you, Director. Let's hear you, RG.
So we want to say a very big thank you to you and everyone here at ERBC. There have been serious changes here. Kudos to the leadership. So to our people out there, the sensitization is still ongoing. Enrollment has started. We encourage everyone, alien, all their HRs listening to us, to please encourage your people. Send all of their information, their passport numbers, their passport information, their resident permit information, send it to the viewer branches so as to make our people work easier. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Well, this is how we do it on this presentation of the Super Morning Show. You can join